Welcome everybody to this evening session on the final day of the 2022 Strandja Memorial Tournament. 7 fights scheduled for us. We do have a couple of walkovers I'll just quickly tell you about. Unfortunately at light welterweight in the women's, NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA of Russia unable to box, so IMAN KHELIF of Algeria takes the gold. And at light heavyweight in the women's as well, GABRIELE STONKUTE of Lithuania not able to compete. So IVANOVA of Russia gets the win there, claims the gold medal there. Our fighter's just prowling around backstage. That's NICOLAI TERTERYAN of Denmark, who's in action in our opening fight at welterweight. So what that means for the medal table is that Uzbekistan and Russia are now level on 5 apiece. Bulgaria have got 3. Ireland, Kazakhstan and India all with 2 gold medals. Algeria, courtesy of that walkover in favour of KHELIF, have got 1. Russia have got 2 more finalists to come. Uzbekistan have got 1 right at the very end. Super heavyweight, LAZIZBEK, MULLOJONOV against NELVIE, TIAFACK of Germany. Here's our MC, Vitan Boyadziev. Done a fine job the last couple of days.
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans, welcome to the 73rd International Boxing Tournament, Strandja 2022. Tonight, there are only 7 bouts remaining. The IBA has chosen this event to be part of the Golden Belt Series with a $200,000 as a prize to be given away. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the first bout of the afternoon's finals will be in men's welterweight division. The referee of this bout is from Ukraine, OLEKSANDR. And now, welcome on the ring, the boxer, fighting out of the red corner, representing Denmark, NICOLAI TERTERYAN.
So this is NICOLAI TERTERYAN of Denmark. One of 2 boxing brothers, Sebastian, also an international. TERTERYAN got past Gianluigi Malanga of Italy by unanimous decision in his semi-final. I saw him at the European Under-22, saw both brothers, and Malanga actually, last June in Roseto.
On the blue corner is the boxer representing Kazakhstan, BEKBAUOV.
And for Kazakhstan here, we've got DULAT BEKBAUOV. Got a win against Alisa Sharifov of Russia on a split 3-2 in the semi-final. He needed one of two level cards going into the third round to go his way. He got that, did enough. He's been competing for a good long while. If you go back to 2013, he has a win against Andy Cruz. That was down a few weights from where he is currently. And a long time ago, but nevertheless, a win against Cruz is something to have on your record. So that's BEKBAUOV of Kazakhstan. TERTERYAN Denmark across the ring in the red corner. 73rd Strandja Memorial Tournament. This began since 1950, Europe's oldest international competition. 368 fighters descended on Sofia. This time around, the $200,000 prize pot, 4,000 for gold medalists, 2,000 for silver medalists, and 1,000 apiece for bronze medalists. So TERTERYAN there in the red, in the southpaw stance, reaching for the midsection with that left hand, and did get through. BEKBAUOV set up as an orthodox fighter. Another left hand there from TERTERYAN. BEKBAUOV jabbing to the body and then trying to hook off that jab. Those front feet right on top of each other virtually. Just steps outside with his front foot there, BEKBAUOV. That's the battle. They're both looking for that outside lane, if you like. Right hand to the body there from BEKBAUOV. Nice jab, really sharp jab there from TERTERYAN. It landed on BEKBAUOV before he could do a thing about it. Left hand counter came back there from TERTERYAN. I think it was caught on the glove by BEKBAUOV. And there's that jab again. He leant into that one a little bit, TERTERYAN. Lost his balance slightly and came in onto the shoulder. He's got nice quick hands, they both have. There's that rapid jab to the body that time. A right hand came back from BEKBAUOV. He's doing a good job though, TERTERYAN, of just taking that weight back a little bit and protecting himself, protecting that torso area with his gloves, with his forearms. BEKBAUOV felt like he got through there. You see him just raise the glove. Kind of feinted with the left hook there, BEKBAUOV, and then through the right, straight down the middle. Not much between these two, not much at all. Heading into the final minute of round one. Right to the body, got through there from BEKBAUOV. Just distracted TERTERYAN maybe with the lead left hand, just jogging up and down. Just blocking his vision slightly. The lead left again there, didn't really land. He's not always looking to try and land that. He comes in with a big wide winging right hand. TERTERYAN saw that one coming from way back. You could go either way with this opening round, I would say. In terms of the dynamic of it, they've kind of alternated. For a spell, one will hold the centre. For a spell, the other one will. Quite a lot thrown. There wasn't a huge amount that got through clean. Split scoring and 4 in favour of TERTERYAN there. I can understand why the Lithuania judges gone for BEKBAUOV, as I say, there wasn't a lot to separate them. There's a nice combination, but he was taken on the gloves, he was taken on the forearms. Straight left landed there. They're always within punching range. At the furthest out there, they're on the borderline of that punching range. Just looking to try and trigger something from each other. They both back their hand speed, you can see that. Bit messy in the early stages of round 2. Now the referee had said stop there. But he let the left hand go anyway there to TERTERYAN. Didn't really land, so no particular harm done. And there's that right again from BEKBAUOV, but he covers up well there to TERTERYAN. He was short with the left hand there to TERTERYAN and just winged in the right anyway. That didn't land either. There's that right hand again, but TERTERYAN carries those gloves not all that low, but just around his kind of jawline, chin. And he uses them to good effect to block those body attacks. Left to the body there, lead left hand from BEKBAUOV did get through. And similar stuff in the second round to the first. There's that right hand, looking for a left there, BEKBAUOV. Didn't really have room for it. It's the final minute of round 1. He needs his second round. The Kazakh 4-1 down on the scorecards at the end of round 1. Straight right hand from BEKBAUOV. Reached the target there. TERTERYAN felt that was a bit low, immediately looked at the referee. Right hand there from BEKBAUOV. That landed, but it looked like it was slightly with the inside of the glove to me. The referee didn't say anything about it. So a scoring blow. You've got to land your punches with the knuckle part of the glove on the torso, on the front, on the side of the head. So the bell goes at the end of round 2, and the second round was fairly similar to the first. BEKBAUOV, I thought, had a good finish to it, landed some decent shots there towards the end. Once again, there wasn't too much that got through all that clean, wasn't too much that was especially eye-catching. They're kind of cancelling each other out, these two. Evenly matched. Split scoring, and he needed that. So this is set up very, very nicely. The scores came up quite quick there, but there was one score of 20 points to 18 to TERTERYAN, one of 20-18 to BEKBAUOV. The other three, if my eyesight didn't let me down there, were 19-19, which means that it's one card apiece essentially. I can't see a 10-8 either way in this final round. It's possible, but I'd be very surprised. So it's all about those three scorecards of the 19 apiece. Each one of these needs to convert 2 of them in their favour, and that will see them go through. So this is the most evenly poised fight we've had heading into the third and final round in this series of finals over the last couple of days. And it doesn't surprise me, because there's been very little to pick between the two of them in these first 2 rounds. I really couldn't split them in the first round. The second round I thought BEKBAUOV won due to a good finish. No issue with TERTERYAN getting the majority of the scores in the opener. Good right hand there from BEKBAUOV. And this is really up for grabs. Again, just trying to distract with that lead hand there, BEKBAUOV. primed, ready to throw. They both are at all times. Straight left hand there from TERTERYAN. He kind of pushed out with his lead hand, the jab hand, wasn't ever really looking to land it at all. It was just to set up the left. He dipped to his right hand side and just threw it in a kind of shallow arc, not over the top, but he's had a little bit of elevation on it. It's fine margins at this level if you can just change the trajectory of something, mix things up, coming from a slightly different angle, a slightly different height, just anything really to make sure that you don't become predictable and easy to read. So they both landed one good crisp shot each, I would say, in this final round so far. Right hand there from BEKBAUOV. I don't think it quite got there. Well, he's claiming a scoring blow there, BEKBAUOV. I'm not sure. I think that right hand landed mostly on the shoulder. Again, he felt that was low, and TERTERYAN maybe lost his concentration a bit there. The jab rocked his head back. And the Ward's in really with the left hand, lost his balance completely there, the Danish fighter. Came over the top of that front foot. Heading into the final minute, BEKBAUOV, I think, has just got his nose in front here in this final round. Left hand there from TERTERYAN, he needed that. Little left to the body from both fighters. Right hand there from BEKBAUOV. Again, that looked to me like it made contact around about the shoulder, and 40 seconds remaining. They're looking to let their hands go here. I think they both know that this is absolutely still in the balance. Each fighter going into the third and final round with a 2-point margin on one card. The other three 19-19. So those are the three cards that are going to decide this. And still, it is difficult to pick a winner here. Big overhand right there from BEKBAUOV was just short. The left up close, I think, got through to the body. It's been a good fight, really, really close from the very beginning. Split scoring in the first round, then again in the second round. BEKBAUOV claiming a right hand there. They'll both claim the win here, I'm sure. I would go blue corner in that final round, I think, but there's not much in it. There is not much in it at all. And that's just exactly what you want from a final.
And now, the winner. By a split decision,
TERTERYAN gets it. NICOLAI TERTERYAN gets it by split decision. I went the other way myself, but I don't have any particular argument. That final round was very, very close. Very close. All three rounds were tight. Very fine margins, and he gets it 3-2. 3-2. 3 out of the 5 judges scored it his way. He converted 2 out of those 3 19-19s, and that tells its own story, the scorecards there. All 5 scores 29-28. 3 of them for TERTERYAN, 2 of them for BEKBAUOV. He's unlucky there, the Kazakh fighter. Definitely could have gone his way, but one of those fights, and we get them in boxing, it is a subjective sport, and when it's very, very close like that, different angles from different sides of the ring can make a difference. Either one of them could have won gold there, and it's TERTERYAN who has come away with it. Denmark get onto the medal table. So our next fight was due to be women's light welterweight final between NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA of Russia and IMAN KHELIF of Algeria.
The boxers in the middleweight category. The referee this bout is Uzbekistan.
But that fight has resulted in a walkover in favour of KHELIF, as I understand it. So now we will have middleweight final between Pavel SOSULIN of Russia and Oleksandr KHYZHNIAK of Ukraine, and this should be an entertaining fight. SOSULIN was in a hell of a semi-final. He was up against William Cholov of Bulgaria, bronze medalist in the World Youths, and he won 3-2. He needed to win the final round, and he did, and he needed a 10-8 as well, and he got one from Italy. And then that judge went his way on the judge's decision, and he went through. It doesn't get any tighter than that. Representing Ukraine, here comes Oleksandr KHYZHNIAK, one of the best known and most attractive fighters really in Iver boxing over the last few years. Had a really good fight with Sadyam the Asian champion, in the second round here, won that. Got a walkover in his semi-final against Rami Kiwan. Has been a European champion, a World Youth champion, a European Games champion, a World champion, and very, very nearly an Olympic champion. Silver in Rio. He was winning the fight against Herbert Conceição, and then he got knocked out. He got stopped in the third and final round. It would have been absolutely heartbreaking for him. A lot of people assumed he would turn pro after the Olympics, but he hasn't. And as I said about Kelly Harrington, it's good to see. It's good to see that the futures of these athletes can be competed for and secured by the amateur code. Iver have done everything they can the last 18 months or so to make it as attractive as possible. And KHYZHNIAK is continuing. He was at a bill I was commentating on, a pro bill in Kiev just before Christmas, and the journalists there were telling me that he wanted to continue. He wants that Olympic gold medal more than anything else. And in typical KHYZHNIAK fashion, he's starting quick here, digging his toes in and letting his hands go, working to the body. And SOSULIN has got to stand up to this, tucking up there, the Russian fighter, doing an effective job of it as well, trying to throw his own uppercut. And this is already a good fight. And SOSULIN with a nice right hand to the body there. But KHYZHNIAK absolutely relentless. Just pounding away at the forearms of SOSULIN. Found a little gap for the left hand into the body, and then the left uppercut. The referee telling them to mind their heads, but they're just rubbing against each other. They're leaning in. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. And KHYZHNIAK beginning to get on top of SOSULIN a little bit here now. Crashes a right hand through the guard, steps off to the side, looks for the uppercut, doesn't quite land it. But he is like a machine. Big right hand there. SOSULIN felt that one. He's just looking to try and survive at the minute a little bit here, but we've only had 70 seconds of this opening round, which is incredible in itself because so much leather has been thrown here. KHYZHNIAK just pouring it out. And SOSULIN, well, I don't think he'll have been in a fight like this at this kind of level ever, to be honest with you. KHYZHNIAK looking for a big right hand again there. SOSULIN isn't showing any sign of wilting here, but he is fighting KHYZHNIAK's fight. That is for absolutely certain. At this kind of range, this is exactly what KHYZHNIAK wants. As I say, he'll dig those toes in, he'll just lean forward a little bit and look to get a real purchase on his punches. Looks for the uppercut again there, chopping down with the right hand. And then going for the uppercut, straight right hand. SOSULIN looking to try and throw back there. He's tough, Pavel SOSULIN, that's for sure. Get a right hand from KHYZHNIAK. SOSULIN sets his feet, but nothing that he's thrown is having any real effect on the Ukrainian, who has not taken a single backward step since the beginning. He's held the centre. There's the jab, a longer uppercut that time from KHYZHNIAK. Forces SOSULIN back to the ropes. The punch output in this opening round from KHYZHNIAK has been absolutely ridiculous. SOSULIN, though, give him credit. He's taking this. He's looking to try and soak it up and fire back towards the end of the round here. And these two just standing square and trading. Terrific stuff to watch. Tremendous opening round. Tremendous opening round. It really was. KHYZHNIAK was out at the World Championships in October, November time, towards the end anyway. He didn't compete, and that added further fuel to the rumours that he was going to be turning pro, but I think he just took a little bit of time to get over that Olympic defeat. 10-9s across the board there in favour of KHYZHNIAK, as you would expect. There were fighters who boxed at the Olympics who competed and won gold at those World Championships. Hugo de Cruz, Andy Cruz, to name a couple, who achieved that unique double. So I think physically he would have recovered KHYZHNIAK, but I think mentally the heartbreak of Tokyo would have taken a bit of coming to terms with, no matter how mentally strong and resolute you may think yourself to be. Into the second round, and KHYZHNIAK again just coming forward here, leading off with that left hand. SOSULIN has thrown some good punches. He's tucking up, he's keeping his boxing together, he's not giving anything away. He's looking to get his work done when he can. Nice left hand there from SOSULIN. But KHYZHNIAK is the one pushing him back. Good uppercut on the inside there again, though, from SOSULIN. He's in the red. Right to the body from SOSULIN. KHYZHNIAK sticks out that lead left, creates a little bit of space for himself, and then fires in the 1-2. And there's that right cross. Not too much coming back from SOSULIN in the last 20 seconds or so. Just sets his feet there right as I say that, and tries to let go. There's that right hand again. Then a step up to the side, and he looks to create the angle for the uppercut. Good combination there from SOSULIN. This is extraordinary stuff, it really is. The amount of punches that's been thrown here. Well, if you were trying to compile punch stats for this, it would be a difficult job, because I'm not sure you'd be able to count them all. Another volley there from KHYZHNIAK, who never throws singles. It's always combinations, and he is on top of you constantly. Again, that right hand, that right cross. SOSULIN steps forward and looks for the uppercut, tries it again. But he's just been worn down here by KHYZHNIAK. A minute to go in round two. He lost that first round 10-9. There's some blood coming from somewhere, I think, on the face there of SOSULIN. A bit of blood coming from the end of the nose. There's not much pop on his shots now as he looks to try and sink a few in. He just cannot keep KHYZHNIAK off him. There's that 1-2 again. Just pumping out those hands again there, SOSULIN. Got plenty of admiration for him in the way he's gone about this. Left to the body there from KHYZHNIAK. Reaches round the side, looking for the floating rib with that longer left hand to the body. Final 15 seconds of round two, and he's probably slowed down a bit in this second round, KHYZHNIAK, but not an awful lot. Looking for a good finish to the round here, SOSULIN. Just swinging, got caught by a left hand there. And there goes the bell, and everybody in the Sophia Hall very much appreciating the effort that these two are putting into this. And another thing to take into account here is that SOSULIN had a hell of a tussle against Cholov in his semi-final, whereas KHYZHNIAK got a walkover. And there's a 10-8 in there from France in that second round. The other judges happy with 10-9s, so he's clearly in front here, KHYZHNIAK, heading into the third and final round. Just keeping an eye on SOSULIN in his corner, in that red corner. He's just sucking the air in, sucking it up. He looks actually in pretty decent shape. Obviously, very, very fit, in top condition, because this has been hard. And it's not going to get any easier. Third and final round. Pavel SOSULIN of Russia in the red. Alexander KHYZHNIAK, the much decorated Ukrainian, in those Ukrainian colours. Good right hand there from KHYZHNIAK. Just tapped a little bit by his standards with the first couple of punches and really sunk in the right hand. Rolls underneath the left hook there from SOSULIN. As I said in the previous round, SOSULIN has not given anything away here. He's tried to keep things tight. He's done a good job of it with that guard up. I just wonder if it would have been at all possible for him to just try and give a little bit of ground and use that jab more as a method of keeping KHYZHNIAK at bay, move a little bit more. It's easy to say KHYZHNIAK's a kind of fighter who just forces you into his fight. Again, there's that combination. It's never single shots with KHYZHNIAK. Just as I say that, he threw a single jab to the body, but you get my meaning. It's very rarely one punch. It's almost always a combination. Good left to the body there from SOSULIN. And again, just taking not a breather exactly, KHYZHNIAK, but maybe the foot just went off the gas slightly there, just past the midway point of round 3. And SOSULIN's not going to get anything on the cards here, of that much I'm sure, but he's put a lot into this. Uppercut got through there from SOSULIN. And KHYZHNIAK just pushing off with the forearm a little bit there. The referee didn't like that into the final minute. SOSULIN looking for a big right uppercut. And again, just throwing right to the end here. Both of them are just simultaneously in unison almost, letting their hands go. There's a little bit of space opened up between them. I think this is probably SOSULIN's best round of the 3 actually, and credit to him for that. He's done everything he can here to try and stay with KHYZHNIAK. He's had to dig really, really deep. So there's a clap of 10 seconds, and these two are just going to stand square and let their hands go here. And this is a fitting end to what has been a thoroughly entertaining fight. You suspected that it would be. Most fights that KHYZHNIAK is in are just that, an embrace between the two at the end, which is good to see, particularly good to see at the moment. And a healthy round of applause here as well. It's KHYZHNIAK who's going to get the gold, get Ukraine on the medal board.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner,
KHYZHNIAK gets it by unanimous decision. But SOSULIN very much played his part in that fight. He is just a machine, OLEKSANDR KHYZHNIAK, and you can see that mission of Olympic gold in Paris, well, it begins now almost. 3 rounds to 0 on all 5 cards. There was a 10-8 in there from the French judge, and the fact that there weren't more 10-8s is testament to the fact that SOSULIN was always looking to throw back. There were spells where he was on the receiving end and things were maybe beginning to look a little bit grim, but at no point did he really look like he was coming apart. That never happened. He kept his defences as solid and tight as he could, but knew that he had to let his hands go when he got the opportunity, and that's exactly what he did. And I think we've got some medal ceremonies coming up now, have we? The next fight that is due to be in the ring is the women's light middleweight final between Valentina, KHALZOVA of Kazakhstan, and GALINA, GOLOVCHENKO of Russia. I can't see them over on the far right hand side where the fighters come in to make their ring walks. And indeed, our men's welterweight medalists have just appeared over on the opposite side of the arena. Everything he throws, KHYZHNIAK, is thrown with bad intentions. There's spite behind every single punch. And there's that defence from SOSULIN, as I said. He didn't give anything away. Always looking to protect his body, the head as well. KHYZHNIAK managed to find that left to the body a number of times, but he never weakened SOSULIN, not at any point. So medal ceremony for the men's welterweights. DULAT BEKBAUOV of Kazakhstan on the left there. In the middle, our gold medalist NICOLAI TERTERYAN. On the right hand side, Gianluigi Malanga of Italy and Alisa Sharifov of Russia. Sharifov ran BEKBAUOV so close in the semi-final, going down on the split 3-2. It was all on the final round.
And representing Italy, Gianluigi Malanga.
Gianluigi Malanga of Italy.
Silver medal in the men's welterweight division is representing Kazakhstan, DULAT BEKBAUOV.
BEKBAUOV picks up the silver. It was a very, very close fight. The closest fight I've seen over the last couple of days between him and TERTERYAN. Could have gone either way. All 5 judges scored it 29-28. 3 of them in favour of TERTERYAN, our gold medalist. 2 of them in favour of BEKBAUOV. And that scoring tells you everything. If it had been 3-2 the other way, then nobody could have complained. It was that kind of fight. So gold for Denmark. Nine countries represented on the gold medal table now: Uzbekistan, Russia, Ireland, Bulgaria, Kazakhstan, India, Algeria, Denmark and Ukraine. Three more gold medals to be awarded in the women's light middleweight division, the men's cruiserweight division and the men's super heavyweight division. There's the women's light heavyweight as well, but we know which way that one is going to go because unfortunately we've got a walkover.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony for women's light welterweight division. Again, let us invite our medalists to the podium.
So this is the medal ceremony for the women's light welterweights. IMAN KHELIF there has won the gold medal. NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA of Russia had to make way, had to concede a walkover. She was unable to box and unable to attend here due to illness. Our bronze medalists from the Netherlands, SYCHUGOVA. And from Poland, about to step up, Aneta Rygielska.
And representing Poland, Aneta Rygielska.
So not the way that KHELIF would have wanted to have won the gold, but you take it. You take it.
In second place, the winner of the silver medal with women, like welterweight champion, representing the Russian Boxing Federation.
KHELIF lost to Kelly Harrington in the quarterfinals at the Tokyo Olympics. That was at 60 kilos. Now boxing at 63, so it was obviously a struggle to continue to make that weight, so she stepped up. And gold medal for Algeria.
And now, please rise to the national anthem. Thank you.
368 fighters from well over 30 countries making up the Strandja Memorial Tournament this year, the 73rd edition. As I say, it started in 1950. We had the 66th instalment of the Bochkai a couple of weeks ago. Two grand old tournaments in European amateur boxing. The circuit's back in full swing after a difficult couple of years. The GB coming up soon, the Golden Belt in Romania, that's back at the start of April. And a whole host of continental championships at all levels, juniors, youths, under 22, seniors. Things really getting going again all over the world. IBA did a really good job of getting things moving last year under very difficult circumstances. Went to a lot of those tournaments, and the organisation that went into it, the logistics were pretty mind-boggling. And it just never got any easier, as was illustrated by the fact that the Women's World Championships that were set for December in Istanbul due to the Omicron strain of the virus had to be rescheduled for May this year. Just as we were getting towards the end of the year, everybody was thinking, I certainly was, that everything was easing and maybe things were just going back to normal. We were through the worst of it, and then of course everything changed again in December. But we've had the Asian under-22s, the first ever Asian under-22s in Tashkent at the end of January. As I said, the Bochkai. Now there's the Asian youths and juniors combined in Amman in Jordan. That has already started, actually, I think. It finishes March 16th, so that goes on for a good long while. There's the European under-22s towards the end of March, the American elites. End of March into early April, the European youths in April, May, the Women's World Championships, and then the European men's elites. It's a roller coaster from now on, really, for the rest of the year.
And now, welcome to the ring, the boxers fighting out of the red corner, representing Pakistan, VALENTINA.
So this is the women's light middleweight final, 70 kilos. Making her way to the ring now, representing Kazakhstan, is Valentina KHALZOVA. She got a walkover in her semi-final against Ani Hovsepian of Armenia. Won the gold medal at the Asian Championships last year. That was at 67 kilos as the weights were then. And won here last year, beating Anna Lysenko at 69. And this is Galina Golovchenko of Russia. She beat the Olympic gold medalist Busanaz Surmaneli of Turkey on a split in her semi-final. 5 scores of 29-28. She won the final round 3-2 to squeeze through. So that is a big scalp. Some big names at the Strandja, as there always is. So KHALZOVA of Kazakhstan in the red corner, Golovchenko, Russia in the blue. And the gold medal here for Golovchenko would see Russia go to the top of the gold medal table with 6. They're currently level with Uzbekistan, 5 apiece. Kazakhstan with 2 gold medals up until this point. KHALZOVA has had that extra bit of rest, remember, with the walkover against Hovsepian. Golovchenko had that almighty battle with Surmaneli. That can go either way, because she'll have been on a real high after that win, a massive performance. whilst KHALZOVA was able to put her feet up. KHALZOVA's in the red. Golovchenko's in the blue. Golovchenko just chasing her around the ring at the moment. Nice jab from Golovchenko. KHALZOVA looking to flick that jab up from the waist. Second time around, got through. There's the 1-2 though from Golovchenko. Just stepped in, let her hands go. Nothing complicated about that. But KHALZOVA wasn't 100% switched on there. Nice little kind of up jab there from Golovchenko. Just disturbed the chin of KHALZOVA. Just reaching for the right hand a bit there, KHALZOVA. Weight came forward. Nice short little left there from the Kazakh in red. And it's a pretty even contest so far, midway through round one. Golovchenko is looking to make a very quick start. KHALZOVA, though, I think is just beginning to get a handle on things. As I say that, Golovchenko just walks forward almost there, feet crossing. The hands moving in unison almost, and lands. A short left hand on the inside again there from KHALZOVA. That's brought her some success, but she needs to do a better job defensively when Golovchenko just walks her down, pulling back in straight lines. KHALZOVA is giving the Russian the opportunity to pursue that attack, keep pursuing it and have some joy. KHALZOVA just dips her knees and comfortably slides under that left hook from Golovchenko. 30 seconds remaining in round one. And she walked forward there, Golovchenko, and KHALZOVA that time was a bit quicker to take her feet out, came back with the right hand. But she is getting caught, and it does look a bit careless at times, KHALZOVA. She carries those hands low, and if you carry the hands low, that's one thing, but you need your reflexes to do their job. If that's the case, and really, rather than look to slip those shots or dip at the waist or pull that weight back, she ends up taking a few too many. So at the end of the round there, I'd say the meatier blows came from Golovchenko. Untidy kind of a fighter at times, but it doesn't matter what it looks like, it just matters what you land. KHALZOVA did some neat work, but just got caught a bit too much for me anyway. So Golovchenko gets it, but split scoring. Three judges going in her favour, two finally for KHALZOVA. It's that kind of attack really that KHALZOVA needs to be able to avoid. That's some good head movement there from Golovchenko. Again, just walking forward there, there's a lot wrong with what she's doing there, but once she's thrown the 1-2, she did kind of step off to the left-hand side, and she's got long arms, long levers, really extends them, commits to that 1-2, reaches for it, chases it in, really. Right hand from Golovchenko to get things going in round two. There's that short left from KHALZOVA. That's worked well for her. It's not really a jab, it's kind of an up jab, I described it as earlier on. It doesn't travel very far. And she's managed to time Golovchenko with it as she's come forward a few times. She shaped to throw it again there, but didn't get through. Then throws the right-hand lead almost and moves straight onto the shoulder of Golovchenko. More orthodox looking jab that time from KHALZOVA, then cops a right hand back from Golovchenko. Throwing that right in really good fashion over the top of that lead left of KHALZOVA, which he does carry very low. came back a little bit low, well, very low and a little bit slow. Golovchenko trying to extend that jab herself there. She's not done that too often. The referee having a word with her again about keeping her head up. She wants to be careful here. You don't need point deductions in these 3-round fights. That can be absolutely fatal, particularly in a final and one as tight as this. And the referee having another word that time about making contact round the back of the head. Good head movement there from Golovchenko. Right hand down the pipe there from KHALZOVA. Wandering forward there, Golovchenko, but KHALZOVA gave the ground, and she did the second time there. She doesn't really step off to the side, but what she's done better in this second round compared to the first is seeing those attacks coming, backing up and looking to catch Golovchenko on the way in. In the first round, she really just stood where she was and ended up getting landed on. Final 30 seconds of round 2. Just wondering if Golovchenko is beginning to feel the pace a little bit here, but I think maybe she's one of these fighters who just has that slightly laboured look to her, stylistically. So the end of the second. I'd probably go red corner that second round. Again, it was tight. Split scoring in the first round. We got split scoring in the second round, and it's 3-2 in favour of KHALZOVA. It's been that kind of a fight. 3-2 for Golovchenko in round 1, 3-2 for KHALZOVA in round 2. Those scores came up very quickly. So I'm not quite sure how they tallied in terms of whether there were 2-point margins there for either fighter, and if so, how many? But it's all on the line here, heading into this third and final round. It's been a good watch, this. Referee giving them plenty of time to work that out themselves there, which is good. That's been a feature of the last couple of days, actually. The referees really haven't got involved much at all. Let the fighters fight on the inside. Good combination there from KHALZOVA. Golovchenko was looking for a big smearing left hand. I don't think it quite landed, and then throws a little bit of a tired-looking right. Trying to make the space for herself there for the right hand again, KHALZOVA. Golovchenko half blocked that one. And it's KHALZOVA, I think, who's having the better of this final round so far. She just seems to have a bit more left in the tank. There's a jab there from Golovchenko, but a right hand from KHALZOVA. Both of them swapping jabs. Heading into the final minute of this women's light middleweight gold medal bout between Valentina KHALZOVA of Kazakhstan and Galina Golovchenko of Russia. KHALZOVA in the red, GOLOVCHENKO in the blue. Split scoring in the opening 2 rounds. 3-2 GOLOVCHENKO in round 1, 3-2 KHALZOVA in round 2. And it's been tight again in the third here. I'm veering towards the red corner myself. But a big finish for GOLOVCHENKO, a good finish. Could turn it her way, if indeed the judges are seeing it the same way that I am. There's absolutely no guarantee of that. My card very much unofficial. So final 10 seconds. And there goes the bell. Good fight, very even fight.
The winner by split decision out of the red corner.
KHALZOVA gets it. Kazakh fighter gets it by split decision. That's the way I would have gone myself. 29-28 for KHALZOVA. It was very, very close. But I thought she just had a bit more left in that final round there. So 4-1. She got it across the board there with the judges in that third and final round. And the English judge gives it 30 points to 27. So a comfortable win for her from that judge's viewpoint. And Kazakhstan claim their 3rd gold medal. And they've got another finalist coming up now, actually, as well. In SAGYNDYK, Togambai, in the men's cruiserweight division. He'll be up against Ukraine's SERHII HORSKOV.
And now, let me introduce you to the boxers in men's cruiserweight division. The referee in this bout is Valentino from Spain. And now, welcome to the ring, the boxer, fighting out of the red corner, representing Ukraine, SERHII.
So this is a cruiserweight division, 86 kilos. IBA reintroducing cruiserweight when they redrew the weight boundaries for the Men's World Championships last autumn. HORSKOV beat Christian Dimitrov of Bulgaria on the split, 4-1. Went out early in the World Championships in Belgrade.
On the blue corner is the boxer representing Kazakhstan, SAGYNDYK, TOGAMBAY.
SAGYNDYK, Togambaye of Kazakhstan got past Vadim Shchebliskin of Russia by unanimous decision in his semi-final. Silver medalist at the 2018 World Youth Championships. So these two call to the centre. Ukraine in the red. Togambaye. Kazakhstan in the blue. Togambaye walks into the centre of the ring and immediately swings a big left hook, which HORSKOV was able to avoid pretty comfortably. The Ukrainian in red set up in orthodox fashion there, gloves in the on-guard position, nice and high, tucking those elbows in. Togambai going about things slightly differently, gloves a little bit lower, looks like he might rely more on reflexes for his defence. Right hand to the body there from Togambai, and again HORSKOV looking to score to the torso as well. Nice 1-2 from Togambai, got good distance on that. Let his hands go nice and quick, nice and smooth. Looking for the jab there, Togambai. Right hand was short. HORSKOV just pursuing him into the ropes, lands a right, then a left down to the body as well. Having some success to the body there, HORSKOV. Togambai is concentrated on head attacks for the most part, and almost all of that has been taken on the gloves by HORSKOV. Nice 1-2 from HORSKOV. First punch, the lead left, landed more heavily than the second, and they both got through, I think. Right to the body there from HORSKOV. He's outworking Togambai here as well as outlanding him. Right to the body from Togambai. Final 30 seconds. There's that right, but it's taken on the gloves on the forearms by HORSKOV. He's not easy to hit to the head. Good right hand there from HORSKOV. Tucked up well, took that flurry on the gloves, came back with a right cross. So that's a red corner round from where I'm sitting. Bit of damage around the left eye there from earlier on in the competition. It's been intense this for the fighters. No days off during this. Boxing every single day. Split scoring, through the judges going in favour of Togambai in that opening round. I thought HORSKOV had the better of that first round quite comfortably myself. Our 5 scoring judges sat down at ringside. They're closer than me. I'm set back a little bit here. So they set up nicely after the opening round. HORSKOV Ukraine in the red, Togambai Kazakhstan in the blue. This is the men's cruiserweight final. Togambai with the slenderest of leads after that first round, 3-2. He took it with the judges after that initial 3 minutes. Nice 1-2 again there from HORSKOV. Togambai was on the retreat, but it still landed. Togambai digging those toes in, looking for the uppercut. I think HORSKOV managed to block that one. He didn't manage to block that uppercut. Then a nice combination to the body from Togambai. Also, I thought he hit a lot of gloves in the first round, Togambai. So that's why I was quite surprised that he came out on the right side of that split scoring at the end of round 1. He was busy, threw plenty, but I just didn't think that much of it actually got through. HORSKOV trying to get up close there, looking for that left hand to the body. Togambai just gets hold of him. Referee close there. That's a good example of what I was talking about. That's a nice, crisp rapid flurry from Togambaye, but it didn't land. He was taken on the forearms, taken on the gloves. The right hand there did get through. I'm not saying that nothing's getting through, because clearly some punches are, but you shouldn't really get credit for beating up somebody else's gloves. HORSKOV just exploding out of that tight shell guard with a left hand, almost walked straight onto an uppercut there from Togambaye. Saw him coming in, just took that little step off to his right, through the right hand. It was very, very close. Togambaye looking for a jab there, right to the body from the Kazakh. Was a good shot into the final minute of round 2. It was a good fight. Decent jab there from Togambaye. Maybe haven't seen quite enough of that as HORSKOV looks to double up, goes to the head, then down to the body, right to the body from HORSKOV. Ukrainian trying to put it on Togambaye towards the end of the round here. Straight right hand from HORSKOV. He just moves those feet to the left-hand side, cutting Togambaye off. Nice 1-2 there from Togambaye. That right hand just ricocheted through the guard. Good jab as well from the fighter in blues, but a really good round this second round. Nice combination, nice counter combination there from Togambaye. Off the ropes at the very, very end as HORSKOV was once again closing in. So it was Togambaye who got the better of the first round, 3-2 with the judges. HORSKOV, I felt, won that first round. I'll be tempted to go blue corner with the second one, and the judges all finding his favour, and that 3-2 split his way in the first now absolutely crucial, because he's 2 points up with 3 of the judges, 20 points to 18. 2 cards level, which means that HORSKOV has got it all to do. He's got to turn around one of those 2018, so he needs a point deduction and a round win, or a big round win, a 10-8, and then he needs to get the nod on judges' decisions. So that opening round was very, very important. If it had gone 3-2 the other way, then HORSKOV would be in with a much better chance here. Early stages of round 3. I'd have had it 1 apiece through those first 2. See some good tight finals in this evening session. One more fight to come after this, the men's super heavyweight final, due to the fact that we've got a walkover in the women's light heavyweight final. Good left to the body there from Togambaye. Looking for it again, but it wasn't quite on that time. Right hand there from Togambaye, just managed to ferret that one in round the back of the guard. That one taken on the gloves by HORSKOV, but it was solid. Still moved him a bit. Pulled back and avoided the left hook there, HORSKOV, immediately firing back with the 1-2, but couldn't quite find it. Short left there from Togambaye. Did connect. Midway through this third and final round. Turned southpaw briefly there. Togambaye did land a good left to the body, actually. Maybe he's just tiring a little bit. Wanted to mix it up as we head towards the final stages here. Left to the body from Togambaye. Got good rotation, a nice turn into that one. Nice jab there from TOGAMBAY. HORSKOV catches a right hand on the way in there, and then another right to the body. It's been a good round this for the Kazakh. He's kind of grown into the fight. I thought his least effective round was the opening round. But he won that second, and I make him the winner of this third as well. There goes the bell. Good contest. Good gold medal bout that at cruiserweight. HORSKOV goes back to that Ukrainian corner. I think he knows he's not going to get this. He had a mountain to climb going into that final round. TOGAMBAY, for me, winning the second and the third, and therefore picking up that gold medal via a 29-28 route.
By unanimous decision, on the blue corner, targeting from the ball.
So gold medal for SAGYNDYK, TOGAMBAY, and winning rounds 2 and 3 with all of the judges. So 3 scores of 30 points to 29, 2 of 29 to 28, and that means that Kazakhstan move up to 4 gold medals. That is their participation in the competition over with. Uzbekistan and Russia still locked at 5 gold medals apiece. They've got one coming their way, which I've already factored in the next scheduled fight, the women's light heavyweight final. Anna Ivanova getting a walkover against Gabrielе STONKUTE. So Uzbekistan, if they can win that super heavyweight final, will move up to 6 and top the table. It's our final fight of Strandja 2022.
And now, please welcome the boxers in the last part of today's evening session. IMAN super heavyweight division. The referee of this bout is Yarno from Finland. Now welcome on the ring, the boxer fighting out of the red corner, representing Uzbekistan, LAZIZBEK. MULLOJONOV.
And this is Uzbekistan's LAZIZBEK. MULLOJONOV got past Nurlan Saparbai of Kazakhstan by unanimous decision. Saw him at the World Championships where he lost to David Chaloyan of Armenia in the quarterfinals. Chaloyan, who then went on to have an unbelievable final against Mark Petrovsky of Russia, which he lost by a narrow margin. And MULLOJONOV has found himself behind the inimitable, incomparable really, Bahadur Jalolov for the last few years, but gets his chance now. NELVIE TIAFACK of Germany has burst onto the scene in the last 2-3 years as well. Got past Yodar Morojon of Bulgaria in the semi-finals. Lost on a split to the aforementioned Petrovsky in Belgrade just before the quarter-final stage. In 2019 got to the last stage in the World Championships in Russia and got a bronze at the European Games, which was also the European Championships that year, doubled up as the European Championships. A qualification route for the World Championships, as it was then. That wasn't the case last year for obvious reasons. The normal system wasn't able to be put into place. So these two called to the centre of the ring. MULLOJONOV of Uzbekistan in the red, NELVIE TIAFACK of Germany in the blue. If he can get a gold medal for Germany here, then they will become the 10th country to get onto that gold medal chart. If MULLOJONOV can do it, then Uzbekistan will go to 6 gold medals and they will just sneak ahead of Russia. So here we go, the super heavyweight final, the final fight of this 73rd edition of the Strandja tournament. TIAFACK in blue there, just looking to try and get onto the jab. Bit of a size difference between these two. The southpaw in red from Uzbekistan is physically the bigger of the two. Leads off with a right hand there. MULLOJONOV landed it, but then was quite square as he came in. TIAFACK looked to try and catch him with a right. Using that jab, MULLOJONOV. Left to the body, but countered by that right hand again from TIAFACK, who's got nice quick hands for a super heavy. Holds those gloves quite low, MULLOJONOV, just walked in, walked forward there. And he is open every time he throws here, MULLOJONOV almost, and TIAFACK is looking to throw those counters. Left hand got through from the German. The right hand again there from TIAFACK. MULLOJONOV is landing also, but TIAFACK is able to counter him almost at will so far. There we go again, left hand to the body from MULLOJONOV, but he keeps those gloves low and leaves himself so open when he's punching that TIAFACK is able to land his own shots. Good combination there from MULLOJONOV. He looks to just set his feet, swings low to the body, but again there's that right hand from TIAFACK. And it's an interesting one, this, because MULLOJONOV is on the front foot here. He's looking to be very aggressive, but he's getting caught regularly. The dynamic of the fight, when you look at it, you've got this big unit in red who's looking to unload, but it's the fighter in blue who's punching with more accuracy here. Little step to the right-hand side there from MULLOJONOV, was winding up with the left hand there, didn't throw it. Nice little dig to the body there from MULLOJONOV, trying to find that jab. He would be well advised to utilise that a bit more, I think. Just with the physical advantages he's got here, he could keep this on the outside. Final 20 seconds or so of round one, and both landing simultaneously there. Good right hand there from TIAFACK. He throws the left. I'll be interested to see what the judges do with this, because, as I said, it's been MULLOJONOV mostly coming forward, letting his hands go, but TIAFACK has landed some good shots. He's landed some very accurate punches. Easy to see. And for me, I'd go blue corner there. You're looking for clean punches, and that's what this is about. MULLOJONOV gets it across the board. I did say it would be interesting to see what the judges did with it, and I can see how that has happened, because he was always coming forward, looking to let his hands go. And as I was saying, it's not that he didn't land some good shots, because he did, but he got picked off regularly by TIAFACK. But it's the big Uzbek who gets the nod there in that opening round. So early stage is round two. TIAFACK needs this. He steps in with a left to the body there, long left to the body from MULLOJONOV. Straight left from MULLOJONOV, but there comes the right hand back from TIAFACK. He's not looked bothered by anything that's hit him, MULLOJONOV, but that doesn't really matter. They're scoring punches. There's that left to the body. He does like that shot, MULLOJONOV, for a big fighter, for a big man like he is. That could do some real damage. There was a left hand up top that got through there from TIAFACK, but good combination there from MULLOJONOV. Crashed that left hand down the middle. And the punch output is high here. The work rate from these two is high, particularly for a super heavyweight fight. We've got another really good southpaw super heavy waiting in the wings, Uzbekistan, Jahongir Zokirov, who won the World Youth Championships last year. They seem to have a conveyor belt of them Jalolov was 6'5", southpaw, lovely loose 1-2. He's now concentrating on the pro ranks, fights in a couple of weeks actually. Looking for a right to the chest there, TIAFACK. MULLOJONOV putting his hands together again, straight left hand followed by right, and he's beginning to dominate this second round here. The fighter in red. And there's that jab, which in my opinion he doesn't use enough. Left hand again there, TIAFACK. He's wearing a few of these now. Right hand got through there from the German. Just short with the jab there, TIAFACK. Same thing for MULLOJONOV. Little bit clumsy there from MULLOJONOV as he came forward. There's that left on the inside, and it's a good weapon for him. He finds the body with it regularly. Straight left hand down the middle, get through with it. A right hand came back from TIAFACK, but then MULLOJONOV just immediately threw his jab. It's just been grueling stuff for TIAFACK in this second round. He's had plenty to say himself. Still throwing plenty back, but he just ramped things up a bit in that second round, I felt, MULLOJONOV. I mentioned that super heavyweight final in Belgrade, and it's 10 lines across the board again there for MULLOJONOV between Chaloyan and Petrovsky. It was absolutely unbelievable. It was one of the best fights you'll see. So if you haven't watched it, do go back and look on the channel and find it. That and Raheem Gonzalez at light heavyweight against Alexei Alfierov, two of the best fights I've covered in amateur boxing actually. Petrovsky's journey through to the final was absolutely incredible. He's a small super heavyweight. He was giving away size almost, but just showed such unbelievable minerals. Personally, I thought Chaloyan was a bit unlucky in the final. He could have got it, but Petrovsky, you couldn't begrudge him anything. Into the third and final round here, and LAZIZBEK MULLOJONOV, unless TIAFACK can detonate something big on him in this final round, or he suffers a point deduction, he is on his way to the gold medal. Flicks that jab up from the waist. And turns nice and smartly there, MULLOJONOV. Rams that left hand into the body of TIAFACK again. I think those body shots have done a good job for him. I think they've taken some steam out of TIAFACK as this contest has gone on. Straight left hand there from MULLOJONOV, heading up towards the midway point of this third and final round, the final round of Strandja 2022. Right hand there from TIAFACK. The two landed almost simultaneously actually. There was a jab from MULLOJONOV as well. Stoops in with a right to the body, TIAFACK in a little bit of trouble there. His weight was just coming forward. Gloves were down and the Uzbek didn't quite manage to tee off. Good upper body movement there from MULLOJONOV late in the fight. That's a lot of weight for him to carry around. He's obviously in very good shape because he just managed to duck and dive there and stay out of the way. Both of these two feeling this now. The pace has been hot. right to the body there from TIAFACK, moving those feet across the canvas. MULLOJONOV just going for a little bit of a walk there. I think he knows he's got this one in the bag. Standing room only over on that far side. Good to see a lot of teams sticking around. Plenty of teams staying actually, even though they don't have anyone to support in these finals yesterday and today. TIAFACK pursuing MULLOJONOV right to the very end there. And the bell goes. Good fight. MULLOJONOV is going to take it. On my card, I'd have given it to him 29-28. I thought TIAFACK landed some good shots in that opening round. The judges, I'm pretty sure, are going to go 30 points to 27 right across the board in favour of the Uzbek fighter, which will give them their 6th gold medal and takes them just above Russia in that gold medal table. MULLOJONOV has spent a long time in the shadow of Bakidir Jalolov. Now he has emerged from it.
And the winner, by unanimous decision, into the red corner,
So MULLOJONOV 3 rounds to 0 with all 5 judges. And that makes it 6 gold medals for Uzbekistan, 5 for Russia, 4 for Kazakhstan, 3 for Bulgaria. They've had a good tournament, the hosts. 2 for Ireland, 2 for India, and 1 apiece for Algeria, Denmark, and Ukraine. So 9 countries winning gold medals. And we've got medal ceremonies remaining, so don't leave us just yet. 5 medal ceremonies coming up. And that was the final between NICOLAI TERTERYAN and DULAT BEKBAUOV, our opening fight in this evening's session, and that was very, very close. TERTERYAN getting it by razor-thin margin, 3-2. Gold medal for Denmark, their one and only. What a fight this was. A middleweight between OLEKSANDR KHYZHNIAK of Ukraine and PAVEL SOSULIN of Russia. Very enjoyable. And SOSULIN dug deep, dug in there. Went with KHYZHNIAK as best he could, but the Olympic silver medalist, former European world champion, was not to be denied. This is the women's light middleweight final. Valentina KHALZOVA in the red, GALINA GOLOVCHENKO in the blue. Kazakhstan against Russia, and it was Kazakhstan's KHALZOVA who got the win there. And then that was the cruiserweight fight, SYCHUGOVA HORSKOV of Ukraine. SAGYNDYK, TOGAMBAY of Kazakhstan. It was TOGAMBAY who got the win there. So this is the men's middleweight medal ceremony. There's SOSULIN on the left-hand side, KHYZHNIAK in the middle.
And in third place,
Are
and winners
two
of the bronze medals in men middleweight category. From Bulgaria, William
Bronze medalists there are William Cholov, who is being introduced to the crowd here. Still smarting, I think, from that final round defeat against SOSULIN in the semi-finals. Extraordinary fight that really was. He picks up a bronze. And Rami Kiwan of Bulgaria also gets his bronze. In this competition, countries are allowed to enter more than one fighter in each weight division. You won't see that in European Championships and Continental Championships, World Championships of any description at junior, youth or senior level.
Second place and winner of the silver medal in men middleweight category is representing the Russian Boxing Federation, PAVEL SOSULIN.
SOSULIN gave it absolutely everything in that final. But it was KHYZHNIAK who emerged victorious. Took some time out after the Olympics. Didn't box at the World Championships in Belgrade. But he's very much back now. And this Ukraine's single gold medal of Strandja 2022. Check for $4,000 there as well for KHYZHNIAK. There's been the privilege of the winners this week. Silver medalist getting 2,000, and bronze medalist 1,000 apiece. That prize money brought in for the World Youth Championships back last April and has persisted in every competition I've been at since then, whether it's been junior level, youth level, seniors, under 22s. Those two actually made it all the way to the final here last year as well, SOSULIN and KHYZHNIAK, but they didn't end up boxing because KHYZHNIAK won by walkover. SOSULIN was unable to compete in the final. But they got it on this time around. Next up, the women's light middleweights that we got a glimpse of there.
The women's light middleweight category begins. Let us invite the medalists to the podium. Medals and diplomas will be presented by Welter, STONKUTE, IVA representative, and after us, NICOLAI, the coordinator of the Bulgarian Boxing Federation. In third place and winners of the bronze medal in women's light middleweight category. From Turkey, SOSULIN.
Our bronze medalists, Busenav Surmaneli, the Olympic gold medalist of Turkey, she's not here. And the Hovsepian of Armenia is, and she steps up to the bronze medal position. Receiving the silver will be Galina GOLOVCHENKO, and the gold in the middle there will be presented to VALENTINA KHALZOVA. Big win for her in her semi-final, beating Surmaneli of Turkey. Not every day you beat an Olympic gold medalist. Valentina KHALZOVA of Kazakhstan. And following swiftly on, we will have the men's cruiserweights next. Gold medal there was won by SAGYNDYK TOGAMBAY. Silver went to SERHII HORSKOV, good fight. And the bronze medalist Christian Dimitrov of Bulgaria and Vadim Shujepliskin of Russia.
Let us invite the medalists to the podium. Medals and diplomas will be presented by Welter, the IMAN representative, and the world boxing champion. In third place in women's from bronze medals in men cruiserweight category. From Bulgaria, Christian Dimitrov.
Strandja of Russia. Just before that was Dimitrov, Bulgaria. Next up will be HORSKOV, Ukraine, and then Togambayev of Kazakhstan.
Now, second place and winner of the silver medal, IMAN cruiserweight division. From Ukraine, SERHII, HORSKOV. Rise for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Thank you.
Coming up next, the women's light heavyweights. We had a walkover in the final with this one, unfortunately. Gabrielе STONKUTE of Lithuania was unable to box due to illness, I believe. So Anna Ivanova in the middle there. She took the gold medal. Our bronze medalist Agata Kaczmarska of Poland and Anastasia Bozitova of Kazakhstan.
Representing Kazakhstan, Anastasia Bozitova. Now, second place and winner of the silver medal in the women's light heavyweight category, representing Lithuania, Gabrielе
STONKUTE, who wasn't able to take part in the final, which would have been a huge disappointment for her. Silver medalist at last year's European Under-22s in Roseto.
representing the Russian Boxing Federation, Anna Ivanova.
2 and Anna Ivanova with the gold. So here come the super heavyweights. NELVIE TIAFACK of Germany wandering over to the silver medal position there. In the middle we've got LAZIZBEK MULLOJONOV of Uzbekistan, and our bronze medalists are Nurlan Saparbai of Kazakhstan and Jordan Morojon of Bulgaria. Bulgaria have had a really good competition. 8 finalists, 3 gold medals, bronze medalists, going deep into the competition in so many of these weight categories, men's and women's. TIAFACK of Germany with the silver.
And the winner of gold medal in men's super heavyweight category, representing Uzbekistan, LAZIZBEK.
And here's the gold medalist, the last man in Strandja 2022 to step onto that top step, Mullojonov. As I said earlier, he had been waiting patiently behind Bakadir Jalolov for a good long time. So now it's his turn to hear the anthem. And Mullojonov's gold medal made sure that Uzbekistan finished top of that gold medal table. I'll just take you through it one more time. 9 different nations represented, 25 gold medals on offer, of course. Uzbekistan got 6, Russia 5, Kazakhstan 4, Bulgaria 3, Ireland 2, India 2, and 1 apiece for Algeria, Denmark and Ukraine. So that concludes proceedings for this 73rd edition of the Strandja Memorial Tournament, the first in the Golden Belt Series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've very much enjoyed bringing you coverage of these finals. There will be lots more to come on either YouTube throughout the course of this year. Of that you can be absolutely sure. So thank you once again for your company. I'm Andy Clark, and we will catch you again down the road.
And the winner of Strandja Trophy 2022 for the women's division,
Although I jumped the gun, there are awards for best boxer, and in the women's section it's gone to Svetlana Kamenova, who won gold at the 57 kilo mark in the featherweight division, got past Daria Abramova of Russia in her final by unanimous decision. So Kamenova awarded with the best female boxer trophy. Significant accolade when you consider the standard here and the array of talent that's been on show.
And now the winner of Strandja Trophy 2022 for the men's division, from Bulgaria, Radoslav.
And this is a very popular win for Radoslav Rozanov, Bulgarian fighter who in the afternoon session today won gold in the lightweight division, beating Murat Yildirim of Germany by unanimous decision. He is a talented fighter. I remember seeing him in the World Youth Championships, and he's got a lot going for him. They're excited about him. Big smile on his face there. Great to see. There is a lot more to come from him. He's got plenty of skills, he's got some confidence, he's got some personality as well. A couple of knockdowns he scored against Yildirim during the course of that final. So 2 Bulgarian fighters winning the individual awards there. On the left-hand side, Radoslav Rozanov. On the right-hand side, Svetlana Kamenova. And I think that I am now safe to sign off, and that is a very good place to leave things with those two just hoisting those trophies. They'll have to stick around for some more ceremonial photographs just yet. But 2 Bulgarian fighters up on that top step where they were earlier on, with gold medals around their necks. A good image to bid a fond farewell to this fantastic tournament. So that wraps it up for Strandja 2022.